everybody? It's your 5-star realtor, Joshua Ingram, partnered with Page Properties team, brokered by EXP. We're on another brand new episode of the brand new podcast called The Dream Builders Podcast. Today we have a special guest, Kathy Kerrigan with Chatty Kathy PR firm. How you doing today?
Great. How you doing, Joshua?
Doing great. And I cannot forget the man, the myth, and the legend, my partner, Bradford Page with Page Properties.
Joshua, how you doing, Kathy?
Bradford, great to see you.
Well, yes. So this podcast is very special. Why? Because we have Miss Kathy, right? So Miss Kathy, I have a question for you. Can you provide a brief overview of Chatty Kathy PR and your role with the firm?
Absolutely. First of all, I want to say thank you so much to the Dream Builders and Dream E.N.T for having me here. I really feel privileged to be here. Thank you so much. Yeah, so Chatty Kathy, public relations firm, PR does stand for public relations. I haven't been in business for maybe less than a year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and it really was the perfect timing and a combination of 30 plus years of marketing and sales and business development.
Okay.
And, I just...
And a little bit of chatting along the way.
And a little bit of chatting along the way. And it was really what I call a God wink.
Oh, wow.
And
okay.
it was meant to be. I'd been in corporate America my entire career. And this is my first time out on my own. So I'm the founder. And I do have a partner that works with me on the press releases, Angel Ratcliffe. She works on press releases and news releases. So basically, a PR firm, it does a little bit of everything. It's pretty broad. But I'm kind of narrowing it down, and I am really doing sales and marketing. And I'm also doing the news releases and events. So, pretty much almost everything that a public relations firm would do. And just starting out, I'm doing that initially, and then going to further get along and do other things.
Okay, awesome. So 30 years of experience. Wow, that means you're really qualified for the job. So what makes Chatty Kathy PR firm apart from other PR firms?
Well, I say I'm local.
Yeah.
And local is, I can get you out there nationally, regionally, and internationally, but I'm best at local. And I've been a connector all my life and didn't realize it until about a year ago.
Okay.
And so basically I've been connecting people up with jobs, with boyfriends, with husbands, and now I'm doing it career-wise. Mm-hmm. So I'm local, and if I don't know the person you need to know locally, I will find out who that person is.
Yeah, I'm a testimony of that.
You sure
She
are.
definitely will find them. She definitely will find. That's awesome. So let's go more deep in the conversation. Can you share a notable success story for a case study where Chatty Kathy PR made a significant impact on a client's life?
Yeah, well, I feel like there was this one instance where I worked with this author. She was a children's book author. Mm-hmm. And she wrote the book after her son, who was a Savannah police officer, died in a car crash. And she wanted to do a memorial service for him. Wow. And so she hired me to do the event for her. It was emotional for me too, having a daughter who was about the same age. He died when he was 23.
Oh, man.
So it only happened a year before, and she had not really done a lot of grieving. I believe personally that she was a little bit in denial. But having this memorial and having all of his friends there were probably 50 to 75 people there. And we had it in a park in Chatham County. And it was so heartfelt. And his father came, and his siblings came, his little daughter came, and all of his friends were there playing the music that he loved. And he was he had a car, like a muscle car.
Yeah.
And the muscle car was right there in the middle.
Oh,
and it just was such an impact. And in fact, the police officers came, and it made even an impact on them. Mm-hmm. So I just feel really good that it meant something really important to his family and to his friends.
For sure. And do you believe that, Chatty Kathy another way maybe it makes your firm different from others, because you say you're local, but now you're saying that you actually changed lives, because I feel like if he wasn't involved in that, then his story wouldn't got out there to the people and his friends and all the community that needed to be there to support.
I love that.
And and really, like,
I hope so.
Yeah, for sure. And I believe so.
I hope I can make a difference, even if I can make a difference in one person's life.
Yeah, that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Awesome.
Yeah.
So, Miss Kathy, how does Kathy PR handle crisis management for clients?
Well, that's a great question, and I've been really lucky that I haven't had any crisis yet.
Yeah, okay.
A lot of people think that public relations is about dealing with crisis. That's not necessarily true. Mm-hmm. It's partly true, but I do have a plan if there is a crisis and someone hires me for that. Mm-hmm. And there's called the 5 C's. Okay. And this should be for any crisis plan for any size company, big or small. So the first one is concern, and I'll go through these. The second one's commitment. Mm-hmm. The third one's competency, clarity, and confidence. Mm-hmm. So think about the airlines that, not too long ago, maybe a year or so ago, they threw somebody off of their plane. Mm-hmm. So it
was on the ground.
It was on the ground. I don't know what the whole story was, but they hired a PR firm, and the very first thing they did was concern and apologies. Take a stand that, accountability, you did this, you're sorry, and then you're going to make a commitment to do better. And this could be in any case for any size business. Mm-hmm. Competency, you show them this is what we've done in the past, and this is what we plan on doing in the future. And then clarity, you keep saying it over and over again. And then lastly, you say it with confidence, because now you are going to do better, and you prove to them that you're going to do better.
And you want other people to believe that you would do better.
Yes.
Awesome.
So what brought you to Savannah?
Well, actually, we came from Chicago via Beaufort. Okay. So I would spend for 6 years, I would spend my Friday nights looking on Realtor.com, up and down the coast from North Carolina to South Carolina to Georgia, and trying to find reasonably priced homes to make a move. Because it took me 10 years to convince my husband to move south from Chicago. So we picked, we wanted to try Bluffton Hilton Head, and we went there and we just fell in love with Beaufort. And we moved there, and we lived there for a year. And as my husband, he's from Ireland, they used to say in Ireland, you can't make a living off of beauty alone. And so there was no opportunities really there. And so my husband got a job down at the Thompson in Savannah, and it was a long commute. So we decided to move the following year. Yeah. Okay. And we love it.
Yeah, you've shared with me several times, the passion you've grown to have for Savannah and what it brings. And also tell us a little bit about the community that you're involved with. You have a passion in it for a niche of business people that are here in Savannah.
Yeah. Well, when we first moved to Savannah, I worked for a small local neighbors magazine, and I met lots and lots of people, and a lot of people in West Chatham County. Mm-hmm. And so basically, one thing, and this is where the big God wink was. Yeah. He was telling me this was meant for you. So he sent me one author after another. I've always loved books. Never wanted to be a writer myself, but always, when I was growing up, I would go to author signings and book signings, and I just had a passion, and I looked at them like you might look at a movie star.
Yeah, or like an NFL football player.
Yeah, like in your case. So I loved it so much, and when I finally had the chance to come back to reading and come back to the world of authors, it came back to me big time. And now, that's really my community right now, is children's books, cookbooks, nonfiction, and anybody that wants to write a book and wants me to help sell their book and get it out there.
So what kind of impact, since we're on the author topic, what kind of impact would you like to have on that author community here in Savannah, Georgia?
Well, I want them to know that when they hire me and work with me, I feel like I'm part of their family. And I have a client right now who we've become so close. You know, she calls me her agent, and we really, like, I do everything for her, and she knows me and she trusts me enough to give me her credit card number to order her invitations and that kind of thing. So it's about building trust, and it's about getting to know people. And it makes life so much easier than dealing with somebody who's not local.
For sure. Okay, I have another question, Miss Kathy.
Okay.
Are there common misconceptions about PR that you would like to address for aspiring business owners?
Yes, actually, there are a lot of misconceptions about PR. One we already talked about, like people think that you have to hire a PR firm if something negative or you're in a crisis mode. Well, that could not be further from the truth. I mean, you should hire a PR firm to spread the good news about you, your company, your business. If you're a politician, you need a good campaign manager and a good PR company. So all of those things point to the fact that it is not just about, you know, crisis management. So that's one of the negatives. Also, people think that hiring a PR firm is really expensive. So the way most of them work, and I do for sure, is a la carte. So you can get a very inexpensive press release. You can get a full story. You can get. You don't have to hire the company to do everything in your business. So that's another misconception. And a lot of people think PR is sales. Like if I hire a PR firm, they're going to get me more sales. Well, you know, theoretically that should happen along the way, but it's much more than that. That's just a piece under the umbrella. You know, there's sales, there's marketing, there's advertising. They're all different. And there's all different kinds of strategies. There's campaigns, there's events, there's working with the community. You know, there's a lot of different things. So it's not just about sales. And then a lot of people think it's just press releases and launches and that sort of thing. But it really is much more than that.
Okay. I have another question for you, Miss Kathy. So what advice would you give someone that would like to follow in your shoes and have a PR firm?
That's a really great question. I think that the first and foremost thing you need to do is get involved with the community and see what there is a need for. Like my niche right now, you know, is for authors and book writers. But there's so many more things out there that you can get involved in. I just met with a young man today at lunch, and he was asking me almost the same question. He's just getting started. And it's hard when you're young because you don't know what your passion is sometimes yet. So, you know, after 30 plus years in sales and marketing, you sort of know what it is. I mean, you sort of get there finally. And unfortunately, it took me a long time, but I'm here to say it's never too late.
Never too late. I like that. I like that one.
It's never too late.
It's never too late. So, Miss Kathy, do you have any more questions for Miss Kathy?
Oh, we could go on for hours.
Well, this is the main question that I would love to ask you. How can the people get in touch with you, Miss Kathy?
Oh, well, I do have a Facebook page, if you put in Chatty Kathy PR Firm, you'll find it right away. And that's the best way to get in touch with me is just, you know, instant private message me on that, and we'll believe me, you can find me that way.
Okay, awesome. Well, again, if you don't have any more questions,
I'm going to back up a little bit.
Okay, yeah, because I don't think this is ending yet.
Ask you a question about the process.
Okay, that's a good question.
When you bring on a new client.
Okay.
So tell us a little bit about how that all works.
Okay, so yeah, I do free consultations, and what we do is we sit down and we go through what they're interested in. Sometimes they don't know what they're interested in. Like I say, do you want, in my case with authors, I'll say, do you want to do book launches? Do you want to do events? And then that's a separate price to do events. And then do you want to do, like in the case of, there's one fellow that I'm working with, and he's a chef, and he is doing, I proposed to him to go to teaching institutions, to culinary schools, and do book signings along with a presentation on his food.
That's
And
great.
so it's up to me really to come up with the ideas for everybody, what they would like to do.
Okay.
And then I propose it to them, and they can sort of pick and choose. Like, for example, the book author I'm working with now, she's hired me again starting the new year, and because we're sort of finished with what we're doing now. And what we're going to do moving into the new year is work with local schools. And I've already got 2 or 3 schools lined up, and if she says no, then I just won't call them. But I kind of know that's where she needs to be, or libraries, that kind of thing. So it's really up to me to be creative with their business development plan.
Great.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Miss Kathy,
Thank
for
you. I
coming
really
on
appreciate
the
it.
Dream Builders podcast, where our mission is to help buyers, sellers, and agents and small businesses reach the resources and knowledge to achieve their goals. This podcast is sponsored by Page Properties Team, TheDream E.N.T, Real Estate for a Reason, and Make Real Estate Fun Again. This is our special guest, Kathy Kerrigan, with Chatty Kathy PR Firm. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you both so
Thank you,
much.
Kathy.
I really appreciate it.
Y'all be blessed, and remember to attack every day with greatness. Peace!